induct him back, and investment will start coming easily, at least more easily and more of it than you will otherwise get. So they are not accepting my advice.
Has he been replaced, or what's their reason for not reinstating him?
For?
What is their position as to why he's not being reinstated?
The position is constitutionally untenable, but what the People's Party leadership and the President of Pakistan's position is that there is a Chief Justice, a gentleman called Dogar, Abdul Hamid Dogar. When the Chief Justice Iftikhar Muhammad Chaudhry was purportedly removed by General Musharraf through a military decree, which he could not do constitutionally. It's like Admiral Madan removing Chief Justice Roberts and detaining him. Now, constitutionally, it's not possible. The government's position, however, is that Dogar, who replaced Chief Justice of Pakistan, Iftikhar Muhammad Chaudhry, is the Chief Justice and has been functioning as the Chief Justice since the 3rd of November. And there can't be two Chief Justices at the same time. Our argument is that you are right. There cannot be two Chief Justices at the same time, and until a Chief Justice is constitutionally removed, he remains the Chief Justice, and Dogar is not the Chief Justice of Pakistan. In fact, the acronym for the Chief Justice of Pakistan is CJP. Wherever you write CJP in the press, the media, in articles, or in judgments of the courts, you write CJP. The Chief Justice of Pakistan. We have taken the P normally, and it has become standard practice in Pakistan to describe Mr. Abdul Hamid Dogar as the PCJ, the pretender Chief Justice.
Can you shed some light on NRO, because it is related with the Chief Justice? We haven't heard anything from you about NRO.
Nobody asked me about that. You hear about it. The NRO is an interesting piece of legislation. Its background is that on the 9th of March 2007, Chief Justice Iftikhar Muhammad Chaudhry was removed for the first time by General Musharraf, exercising extra constitutional authority. There was a huge movement, and there was a case in the Supreme Court where 13 judges of the Supreme Court sat, heard the case for 2.5 months. I was the attorney for the Chief Justice of Pakistan, and on the 20th of July 2007, the 13 judges, by a unanimous verdict, reinstated the Chief Justice of Pakistan, by a unanimous verdict. Now this broke the back of General Musharraf. The Americans moved in at this point to try to shore up and sustain General Musharraf. And they persuaded the assassinated leader of the people, Bhutto, to come to terms with General Musharraf. Benazir at that time was in exile outside the country. Her husband, who was the present President of Pakistan, was also in exile. Musharraf and Bhutto met at the end of July in Abu Dhabi, and this became public and was admitted by both sides. A deal was struck This legislation, the NRO, was a part of the deal. Bhutto and her husband, the President of Pakistan, were being prosecuted and had been indicted in a number of cases, and a number of their partymen were also indicted in a number of cases of alleged corruption and malfeasance. The NRO, which is an acronym for National Reconciliation Ordinance, was actually an amnesty ordinance, a legislation that gave complete blanket amnesty to all people accused of corruption between the years 1988 to 1999, the years when these corruption indictments and allegations had been referred and brought to court, and the indictments had been made. Now, if this law was challenged on grounds of discrimination, some people said that if I'm charged of stealing 100,000 rupees from the coffers of Pakistan, and I'm in jail, and I've been charged with that offence, and the offence took place in November 1999, and you have amnestied and indemnified everyone who was so charged up till 12th of October 99, when the date on which Musharraf took over. What's my fault? Had I known, I would run away with 100,000 on the 1st of October instead of having waited till November and gone away with that. I would have defalcated the sum a month earlier, 2 months earlier. This is discriminatory. Chief Justice Iftikhar Mohammad Chaudhary issued notices on these petitions before he was arrested. The matter could not come up. He issued notices to the government and to the matter could not come up. So probably the NRO remains an issue of concern for some people in the government today. And if Chaudhary is reinstated, he may go back in reopening that the re-examination of that law and its constitutionality and its virings. That is the
Mr. Ahsen, on behalf of the World Press Council of Orange County, I present you with a plaque, and thank you again for your time. Just a few brief comments before we wrap up.